It's on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. I think we're running out of battery, so.
Okay. Oh yeah! Here's Johnny. You know, I feel like this is how a cat feels like when they're trying to get into the bathroom with you. You know?
It's gonna be like the first thing.
Oh yeah!
This is how a cat feels when they're trying to get into the bathroom with you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
They're like, wait, there's a wait before you just. Oh no! There is a support beam. I found it.
Ew.
Okay, so right here. Okay, here, hand. Hello, I see you. How are you? So there's two.
Hi.
Alright, so there's two support beams. A heckin' violence just happened.
And this is how Gunny was born.
He just came like a Saint Bernard to the cat door.
Okay, guys. My lovely fashion statement here. No, this is not for certain illnesses running around right now. This is for the dust that we kick up. Sorry, I'm just not panicking. Anyways, I'm going to be working on this today. I'm going to get this torn apart so we can see what's going on behind it. And, we'll build a new one. You know? And hopefully get the rest of that over there out too. That wall portion. I might end up cutting the piping over there too. You know, I'm not even sure what this pipe was for. There was nothing connected to it. They've got the whole house venting. I mean, they've got the one vent there, this black one, that goes out through the roof. But then they've got this right here, and this is open, and that's open. I have no idea how much sewer gases were coming into the house. Maybe that's where some of the bug activity came from. Just maybe. So, hopefully this isn't muffling my voice too much. But, I just don't want to fill my lungs with a lot of this stuff. So, anyways, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit so it shows a little bit more down here. And my helpers will be here in about an hour or two. And yeah, they'll get started on their work. So, I do have another camera upstairs because I think that's mainly where they're going to be working. I don't know how much footage we're going to get. With all the walls in the way, it's really hard to set up a camera in an area that's out of the way where the camera's not going to get damaged. So, most of this is probably going to be time-lapse because I cannot work in silence anymore. So I'm going to have the radio going, and I don't want to hit any copyright issues. So, I'll probably do a time-lapse with a voiceover or something. But I gotta have some music going, because it gets kind of boring just working and not having something to listen to. Alright. You're wondering why I'm using a regular standard screwdriver for these screws over here. I forgot my drill. Okay, let's see if I can get this over so you guys can see what's going on here. They put the counter in You can see the bottom screw to get the outlet out is actually covered by the counter. Yeah. This is the type of stuff that I have been dealing with on this house. It's quite annoying. Alright. So, you can see they have this right here, and then they have a vent cap of some kind on it, filter cap, but this is connected to the same line, no filter cap. Once again, I have no idea where that one goes. So that was probably the hot water right there. This is probably the cold. I guess it was supposed to sit there or something. You know, the sad thing is, somebody did a lot of work, and then they just seems like they knew what they were doing but got lazy. That's what it seems like. So once again, here's these panels. I guess it's the back of the house. I'm gonna have to see if I can get this apart. See what's going on in there. And then I gotta get this off. Anyhow, where we're at right now. Alright, well, my camera shut off for some reason. Hopefully the memory card's not getting full. I didn't even think to check it before I left the house, so if it gets full, then I'll have to stop recording. So, this stuff under here, that's all part of that press board. So, all this stuff was probably put in 2003. That was the last remodel that we know of. Obviously that's PVC and CPVC pipe. Mostly PVC, I think. Anyway, and I don't think you can see it, but there's actually a hole in the floor right there. I have no idea what that's from. Can you guys see it? Yeah. This right here, this is a hole. Has very thin board over it. That may be where the dryer originally was. That's a cold draft coming up there. The plan was to kind of just fill in that hole with some new boards. Be nice if I was actually talking to you guys and you weren't just looking at my midsection here. So I'm thinking, I really don't want to remove this. You know, I don't want to tear all this out. Plus, like I said, I have some load-bearing issues here. I'm talking to people on YouTube.
Oh. Sorry.
So, I think we actually kind of need to redesign this area. I do want to keep the counter. I think the counter is kind of cool. And I think if we had the washer and dryer right here with the counter coming out, we'd have plenty of space. But we do have to figure out what to do with all this plumbing over here. Because obviously the washer was over here. They had these hooked up to the washer over here, and you know, we're not going to have the plumbing that's running through here though, see? Because we're actually moving the sink over into the middle section of the counter there. Or where the counter used to be before I tore it apart. So, we really don't need these pipes over here. We just need one back here. And then of course we need the vent pipes. But those should be going all the way through to the roof anyways. They shouldn't be stopping inside the house. You know? That's not where a vent pipe is supposed to stop. So I think I could just bring the plumbing over to this section. I might actually be able to utilize that hole. I may be able to just run. I might be able to use that hole. Anyways, back to work. My help is here.
Ooh, hey, where's the help? We should start making a book after this. Don't worry, sometime halfway during that I'll make a pie.
I'll make a pie?
Ooh.
Have you seen the movie The Help?
Wait, what if we finish
you got it, it's
remodeling? The first thing we do is make apple pie. Just put it on the
I have an
counter.
apple pie in the freezer. I didn't make my apple pie.
just leave them.
But I've still got Prince Silk in the freezer
Hey,
too.
apple pie or French silk? Only you can decide. Anyway.
Just leave a pie here for whenever the next guy moves in, and hey, if it's been a year, then golden pie for them. Pie, extra flavoring, aged like a good wine.
Ew.
No. Well, what are your thoughts, Megan? Because I was actually just talking. I was talking to YouTube about this. Of course, they can't answer right now.
I mean, they could. We can't hear them. They're probably screaming at the computer screens right now.
It's not live.
All two people.
All two people are screaming at the screen.
I wanna keep the counter, but here's my thought. The dryer's gonna go right here. I'm thinking about pulling the counter out so that it covers the top of the washer and dryer. We're not gonna get lift opens, we'll get front loads.
Okay. That would be kind of cool.
And then since the sink's no longer gonna be there, the sink's gonna be over there. I don't need this plumbing right here. I could just run the plumbing right here.
Okay.
And they had it venting right into the house.
That's stupid.
Yeah. So we'll fix the vents, and I have no idea where this one goes. I have no idea where it goes or why it goes there. Like, I don't know. But I could possibly use this hole, maybe, for the dryer vent.
Under the house?
Yeah, it's gonna vent out underneath it. I'm gonna block off that hole. We don't need that hole. I'm gonna vent it out underneath the house because we got the hole underneath the house, right about where that is actually.
Oh,
It's
okay.
underneath.
That would work.
And if I can use this hole, we don't have to worry about trying to fill it in. I can hardly see anything. My glasses are so nasty.
Are you blinded?
And they're dirty. I've cleaned them several times, but we'll have to rebuild this counter.
Okay. I need to change into my longer pants. Where can I change? The only place is like the garage, right?
You got that closet over there still. What do you want me to tell you? There's another closet up there.
Go find a toilet or something.
There's not much holding this darn thing in. More mold.
I guess the Logan jug, they were gonna see what they could do and see if I could be there on Friday. So I'll let you know what my schedule is if I'm working with you.
Okay.
Next time out there.
Alright.
So maybe I'll just do me at part-time and I can keep working over here more.
Yeah. If we can get a couple more houses, we'll have a pretty good income then. Yes? Dude, this is why you don't use 2.5-inch nails for trim. See where these nails are sticking out?
Yeah.
And these, which were live when we bought the house, they were probably live when they nailed this darn thing in. Stupid. And this stud, and this almost cut in half stud, is what's holding this section up. Isn't that lovely?
It comes in half with the...
Yeah. It's got about maybe 3/4 of an inch on the back.
Why?
Because they're stupid. And that was done a long time ago. That probably wasn't done in 2003. That was probably done in 1949. But all of these studs, these were old studs. These were old studs running up here. And they did put a header, but there's nothing holding the header. There's supposed to be something here and something here to support the weight. There's no jack studs. So really, there's not much holding that up. Yes, this was a fail. Okay, so I wanted to record this with my camera real quick here, because I don't feel like moving the other camera. Alright, you see this stud runs all the way up to that, right there, okay? Looks fine. But then you come over here, you have this stud, and it is cut almost 3/4 of the way through by this pipe. there's no other studs right here. And then you have this header right here, but there's not actually anything supporting the header. There's no jack stud. So this is almost kind of free floating right there. Now obviously you have the double crown up there, or double cord, what, top cord? Yeah, double top cord up there. But there's literally nothing supporting right here at all. It's being supported by nails into these studs. That's what's supporting it. This is not how you do a header. And we got the same situation over here where there's no jack stud. There's just the king stud right there. And this whole section here is being supported by nails. Maybe this one thin board right here, which you can see is only about 3/4 of an inch thick, maybe an inch, maybe. And of course the trim over here, which is about 3/4 of an inch. That's all that's supporting this section here, all the way across. It looks like it may have it cracked this main board right here. You can see that, how it's cracked. Yeah, we will be adding more supports over here. We do need to kind of leave this wall open a little bit, but I may take out this whole, whatever this is right here. I don't know. Multiple boards on stuff. I may take out that whole section, put new jack studs in, and I'm gonna remove this pipe anyways. So it looks like it has more stress cracks developing. I don't know if you can see that one, but there's cracking all along this board here. And that is obviously supporting a lot of weight. I mean, some of this could be dryness, but I don't know if you can see that. More cracking there. You know, I mean, this wood is old and it's dried out. But that's a major concern because this is not being supported at all. These are just nailed in. They're not actually sitting on anything. So, except for this side is sitting on the wall, the back wall here. But these are just nailed in. They're not sitting on anything. And you can see some of them are above. They're not sitting on it, but they are above this little decorative thing here. And some of them are not. So we've had some shifting going on. But yeah, this whole thing, I bet this would have been one of the first places to collapse if this building was left abandoned. Was back in here. I bet that would have started collapsing. And I am going to get a plate, and I'm gonna put a plate up there and just try to kind of bolt those back together. And the other place that would have collapsed is above the this here. This would have also been another place that would have started collapsing due to just the pressure, because it's not properly done. You know, it may have taken another 10-15 years, maybe even longer than that, but eventually that would have been a major problem, because these are supporting the upper floor. They run all the way through. So there's a lot of weight right there. More repairs that we have to do. Make sure this house is safe for whoever is going to be renting it. And I think I tried to show you on the other camera, but you know, this is why you don't use huge nails for trim. Because these nails could have easily, and especially this one up here, look at this one up here. I mean, that just barely missed that power cord right there. Whoever was nailing that in, they could have easily gotten a very shocking experience out of that. Don't use big nails for trim. It's not necessary. Don't do it. The counter is out. Yay! You know what? I'm just gonna pet him. Well, that's cute.
What?
Well, it's not gushing, so I'm assuming it's not actually on.
What?
Well, I just had a whole bunch of water come out of that pipe. Is it gushing or is it...
No, it's dripping.
Hold on. Okay, that should be all the way open.
It's not
That
gushing
should be
water.
closed. Okay. Make sure these damn things are closed. The water's not supposed to be on. I think it was just water sitting in the pipe.
Probably.
Which means probably the pipes underneath the house froze and broke. Oh, that's cute.
What?
The pipe that was the drain for the, pretty much the sink and almost everything over here,
Yeah.
just fell through the floor. Which means there was nothing under there supporting it.
Ooh.
So it was just like draining underneath the house.
Smelling your own breath.
Maybe it has a connection down there somewhere. Or that's just the other end is thicker than that hole.
We should probably go down there and see what's wrong with it.
I bet you they probably crapped Skittles. That's why they didn't save it.
I'm not going down there right now because I gotta remove the whole darn plumbing system anyways.
Yeah.
So, but that was cute.
Apparently, he says this whole house is apparently adorable.
Yeah. Just adorable.
Because, you know, her phrase for every time she sees a mess up in this house, YouTube demonetization, she says that's adorable, so apparently this whole house is like
Kawaii.
dying of cuteness.
Yeah, dying of cuteness.
If
Well,
that's what you call it, though?
I don't know if I told you, this whole thing is unsupported. With this big crack over here in this support beam,
Oh, goodness. That
which I'm not even sure is really a support beam because it's only
looks too thin.
it's only 3/4 of an inch thick.
That's too thin.
So yeah, this whole thing up here is basically supported by nails and 3/4 inch pieces of wood.
So hopes and dreams.
Yeah, hopes and dreams.
That, alright.
A little bit of magic fairy dust.
They had a thick board here. And then
Yeah.
they had a thin board here, and they decided to stack it on.
Yeah, but they cut it. What's it supporting?
You're gonna, what next?
Let's just cut through the infrastructure of the house for the plumbing, guys.
Yeah, that's basically what they did. They cut both these studs here.
Yeah, they nailed it to this support right here. And then there's a big stud right there. 'Cause it's-
Yeah, but look at these studs here. I mean, this one's even popping out. Look the pressure on that knot.
That ain't good. I think somewhere.
This whole
Ocean Angle
section
just
here-
blew up.
This whole section between that pipe there, all the way over here, probably would have been the first to collapse if the house was left abandoned. That would be my guess. These would be the first ones to collapse. Because these are load bearing. I mean, that's supporting the whole upper floor. All of this is. Because those sit on this up here. So all this is load bearing.
How do you fix that?
We gotta go in and put in proper headers and stuff to be able to fix this.
Why would you do that without destroying the house?
Yeah, we can do it without destroying the house. Probably what we'll end up doing. I may see how much those portable supports are and put a couple up so that we can take all this crap down and support it properly. That would be ideal. I just don't know how much those are going to be. I don't know how much they're going to cost. Yeah, you gotta have a ladder for that.
Megan, you're taller than me.
So we had water in the pipe still. This house wasn't really winterized. And we had the, I don't know if you guys saw that, but let me put this down a little bit so you can see this. This pipe just kind of slides in and out at will. Joyful. Okay guys, I'm just gonna come out and say these are cockroach egg sacs. We found these all over the kitchen. There's a lot of mouse droppings and bug droppings, but I haven't found anything living. You see some of these they're pretty much dried out, so I don't think these survived the winter. But yeah, we found these all over. See if I can find. Oh yeah, here was another big. This was a disgusting place to live. They were all over here, all over here. And I also found another mouse body. So this makes number 3. There's the backbone, skeleton, and tail, rib cage, and there's a foot. So, yeah, that makes skeleton number 3. Okay guys, so I think this section here is pretty much original along here. This was all added to give more height, I guess, to the counter, to raise it up above the sink. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this section out and I'm gonna leave this here. You know what, I'm actually gonna take all the way down to this one out, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it down to this one right here. And when we go to rebuild this thing, then we can get where you can actually see. When we go to rebuild this thing, we can rebuild it to the height that we want it to be, which for the washer and dryer to be underneath it. Now, something that is going to happen, I'm going to have a front load washer and dryer. They're more expensive, but I think I can find some good used ones. So hopefully we can find a matching set. But we'll put a front load washer and dryer so that they can have some counter space over the top of them for folding laundry and stuff. And then right where the camera's at is actually going to be another little cabinet, and kind of like a little cabinet that they can keep stuff in. We are going to keep most of the wall. I talked with both the co-owners about it, and we're going to keep most of the wall. We're going to do our original door over there, and through that wall back there is where we're going to do the doors. And I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with the cellar, but I thought this was interesting. It says Rockwell P&H, which I'm assuming stands for plumbing and heating. I'll have to look online and see if I can find that company. Find out when they were operating, who was operating it. That could be interesting. So, kind of glad they signed it, actually. If I find out any information, I will share it with you guys. Well, I made a heck of a mess over here, and I think I'm actually going to start taking some of this out to the garage. Anyhow, I'm going to start cleaning out this mess. Is this thing off now?
It should be.
Looks like it. Okay, so as you can see, most of the kitchen is done, although I have some cleanup to do. A little bit of stuff left on the wall over there. But I explained this earlier in the video, if I didn't fast forward through it. We're gonna rebuild the counter. Build the counter out for the washer and dryer. And then build the counter back up, which a microwave will be sitting on. This stud is load bearing. This is obviously not really. This whole section up here, I've got to reinforce so that the load from the upper floor doesn't continue to crush it, because it's already snapped that board in half. And I think I already kind of went through all this. So, oh, I missed a spot. The plumbing's out on the other side. Got to get the plumbing out on this side. We're gonna have to cut these pipes to get them out. We're gonna have to take them out in pieces. Oh, I left my screwdriver on the floor. Still have a little bit over here to do. Not a whole lot. Take you upstairs first. Oops, they forgot to shut the windows. Most of up here, they got most of it cleaned up. We still got a little bit to do back in here. Wall's pretty much done. I am gonna take the trim off. Oh, I forgot to shut this window too. This window will slam shut if you're not careful. Sorry guys. Just don't stab myself. All right. So, they decided they didn't want to work in here today. So a little more work to do up here. Most of the demolition is, I gotta get this stuff out over here too. Still haven't decided what to do with this wall. I could just, I don't know. I'm gonna have to decide on that one. I hate to pull it out because there's so much trim and stuff, but we may end up doing that anyways. We'll see. And I don't know if it's just me, but this board's starting to look like it's bowing, so I think I need to really work on, I gotta have them remove this stuff back here and then get this fixed up here. So, here's the front closet. Oops, I left a tool. Okay, so, they're being very careful not to disrupt this wall over here because we got the drywall on the other side and we don't want to have to redo that. But they are pretty much tearing the heck out of this pressed board stuff. So, still got a little bit in the bathroom. That's what this looks like. I mean, this is what a house looks like before you skin it. That kind of sounded bad. Anyway, still got a little bit to do in this closet over here. Most of this room is now done. There's little minor things that we got to get out still, but for the most part, it's done. So this bedroom's pretty much done. This bedroom's almost done. Still got to get some cardboard out of the wall there. Just noticed that. Let's see. Bathroom's almost done. Still a little bit in there. Kitchen's pretty much done. If I can get, I still have to finish that back there too. It's really annoying me. But without any electricity, there's just no point in trying to get that out of there right now. And then we're going to start the construction, except for I've got to figure out how to support this while I am fixing the issue up here. You know, to be honest, I would actually kind of like to raise this up just a little bit. Maybe that's not possible. I suppose it's probably not, and still have it level. But it's just awfully short. I mean, I'm barely 5'6". I can touch it without lifting my feet off the ground, so it is a pretty short ceiling back here. You know, and I wish, it's really, if you look at the rafters up there, we could get a lot more height if we removed these, but we also have the back half of the house that they just left intact, including the shingles. Yeah, I guess we could, I suppose we could cut it, but I'd have to be real careful about doing that because those rafters do go all the way up. So I'd have to be careful about that. Make sure we're not gonna have any structural issues if we do something like that. Anyhow, please click the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. We have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, and we have a Patreon account. And Facebook, Patreon, and YouTube are the ones that I'm going to be the most active on. I will try to get active on the others as time permits. That's it for today. I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you in the next video.